Hello, my name is JD. I'm a tea enthusiast, and I have some Gaiwan advice for Gongfu Cha beginners. So this is a wonderful hare's fur Zhenjiang Gaiwan. Beautiful, right? However, there is something that I want to show you about the lid design that you might not actually consider when you are purchasing your first Gaiwan. This is one of my favorite ones to brew from, mainly because the lid filters very well. You know, it's not too slippery. I can pour. It's really large, so unless you have really large hands, but also the drips on the side with the glaze. But I am here to talk about the lid design. So you'll notice that this one has a flat top. There is nothing wrong with this lid. It functions fine how it's supposed to. I'm able to pour out and brew my tea sessions and everything. However, there is something that I noticed for the first time in over a year that I've owned this Gaiwan. I have many Gaiwans, different types. So, due to brewing a pu'er leaf, a cooked pu'er, or also known as shou pu'er, your later infusions require longer infusion times, meaning that the boiling water is going to sit into this ceramic piece for a longer period of time. That steam rising up to the lid is going to heat this flat top surface, and I have not encountered this before until this evening session. And so when I was pouring out my tea, obviously with years, I've been brewing this style for 5 years now, obviously with my experience I can tolerate the heat, but it was really warm, you know. So if you're new to Gongfu Cha, I would highly recommend that you observe the lid of your Gaiwan as well. So here's a plain white porcelain one. This one, if you compare them, this one is more straight, it's thicker, it's all ceramic, so that heat is going to retain and it's going to heat up fairly intensely. This is porcelain. Now, as you can tell, it's still kind of like a flat top, but it dips in a little bit. But the base of this is skinnier, so I don't think the heat will transfer as long. I need to try it, but I'm pretty sure that if I were to leave, and this is a smaller lid, but I'm pretty sure if I were to let this sit in its original bowl for an extended period of time, again, this is the later infusions of the pu'er leaf, so it needs to steep for longer periods of time. This still might retain and absorb quite a bit of heat from the boiling water, because you need boiling water temperature to steep those leaves. So my recommendation is getting this Gaiwan off of Amazon. This is the #1 Gaiwan that I push onto new Gaiwan brewers, and I will show you why. This piece does not have a saucer. This one does. But this one, I think, is going to be your best bet as a starter Gaiwan. You can just look up Gaiwan on Amazon. You will immediately encounter this in the first or second listing. They have them in red, they have them in brown, they have them in gray, or black. But the interior is white glazed, so you can see the color of your tea as it's brewing. It has the saucer, the bowl, and the lid, which is really helpful. And let me go ahead and move it here. And you see that the lid dips in, which means that the hollowness of the knob on top of the lid is going to be significantly cooler. Notice how, again, it's a hollow surface, and so when my finger's on top, it's not going to burn, compared to something like this where my finger is on top, touching full surface. That heat is going to absorb into this if it's steeping for over a minute long, right? So this is the #1 Gaiwan that I can recommend for your starter Gaiwan set. You can see if you can do a couple infusions of your tea. You can brew it this way or pour it this way. You can pour it this way, and just experiment. And this is a really cheap, affordable option to really experiment with a Gaiwan at first to see if it's something that you're into. Once you master that, then you can go ahead and elevate your style. You know, there's so many different designs and stuff out there, but for starters, this is the #1 the number one model that I recommend onto new tea brewers. So this is something I just wanted to share. It was meant to be a short video, but I just felt the need, because not a lot of people consider the design aspect of a lot of the ceramic pieces of their teaware. There's a lot of things that you need to consider, not just with Gaiwans, but with teapots and teacups. There's a lot of things that go into it, the shape, the design aspect, the ratio, all of that stuff. So I know it's a little bit intimidating, but I just wanted to share, don't burn your finger as a beginner by getting a full non-hollow top on the lid of your Gaiwan. I recommend getting something hollow. That way the temperature, you're safe from the boiling water of the bowl when you are able to only touch the saucer at the bottom and the top knob, and your fingers don't touch any of the boiling water at all.